Oh, the cord's probably going to knock it over. I should.
Okay. Yeah, I think this question comes, just grab the mic for me. Coach Green, you guys are back on top of the mountain. Your first championship, or first NCAA tournament since 2012. A long way coming. A lot of players, a lot of teams. What's your instant feelings about this moment with this team?
Just proud. I'm so happy. These guys, we're just such a good group. I'm so glad that we got to share this together. It's, certainly one of the best feelings of my life. But I'm so happy for these guys that they got to experience this at Coastal. They've put in so much work and commitment, and they've just done so much for the program. And so couldn't be happier for everyone involved.
Nicolette, you pitched 4 straight days. You probably haven't done that this season, or at least in a very long time, but to go 7 innings, 4 straight games, carry this team, most outstanding player of the tournament. What drove you through all this, and to fight through the fatigue and the ups and downs, the adversity, but also to show out in the biggest moments of this tournament?
We really wanted a hat, but honestly, it's like my offense just providing the runs makes it so much easier. Like I said before, and like everyone is just counting on me. Like I'm the one in the circle. I gotta pitch a strike, but when the shots are hot, nothing can stop us.
Question for you, Keirstin. It just felt, at least in the first 3 games, the first runs that came across the plate came off of your bat. What to do this game after game, and then to do it again today, a couple extra base hits. What got into you this week?
I was going to say luck of the draw, but it happened enough to I think it's just nice to see like the hard work coming to life. I've put in a lot of hard work, and we've put in a lot of hard work as Coastal softball players, and I think it's really cool to see it come into fruition in the championship.
Question for you, Coach, and then both the players can chime in, but everyone's going to talk about the delay in this game. You guys, I don't think I saw you leave the dugout. You guys stayed in there 3+ hours. What was going on in there? What was the message of the team? And then when it was time to retake the field, what was that like?
Yeah, we were we were just relaxed, nobody was complaining, or we were just, hoping the weather would pass, knowing it would at some point. We were very calm and relaxed, and I know some people went in the hitting facility and hung out in there for a little bit, and you guys could speak to the mood, but it was just relaxed. It was just just good energy. We weren't crazy energy. We weren't trying to be out in the rain or anything, but we were just waiting for the opportunity. We knew, just again, a very calm, I said it the other day, but just a very calm presence about us. Just knew we were going to get it done as soon as we were allowed to play. So, and my message to the team was really how we were going to execute a first and third when we got back out with 2 outs, and if they were running, and then what pitch that we were going to throw first pitch. So that was just getting them prepared for that, because that's kind of certainly not a situation that you practice after sitting for a few hours to go out and be ready for a first and third with the game on the line. So Nick went in there and executed 2 good pitches and got the out for us. And once we got that inning, 3.5 hours later, we were pretty confident it was going to happen at some point. Oh yeah, sorry. I was just keep going. I was. Yeah.
I'm very weary of weathermen now, because they said it was going to be open for us. But, yeah, I was just thinking about Coach Q was going over the plan for the batter that was up to bat, like what we were going to throw, what my defense was going to do. So I was just thinking about that, like kind of visualizing myself throwing a good pitch, getting her to whatever pop up, and, like, just getting the inning flipped so we can go hit.
I just overall think we had a magic about today and this weekend, and everything just felt like the Chants were going to win. And I think everyone knew that. We knew it wasn't going to be easy, but I think we had a gut feeling that we were going to win, and we brought the energy, and we stayed loose, and we just, honestly, we had a ton of fun this week, and that's when we do best. So I think we got to take that into regionals.
If it's this weekend, if it's February, if it's fall ball, was there a moment this year that you guys knew this was possible? Is there a specific moment you can think back to and say, we're a championship team?
I don't know if it's the specific moment for me. I'll let them talk about that. But honestly, I think Nick coming out and just being so dominant in the circle, it kind of opened my eyes to postseason play. Like, it's really hard to do well without a dominant pitcher like Nick, and Nick has carried us on her back, and I think that kind of opened my eyes to the possibility of being where we're at now.
For me, I actually would agree with that when you have a pitcher that can keep you in every ball game. But for me, it was I want to say it was a game that we had against UNC. It was a little stretch of games. We lost against UNC, but we came back from a huge deficit, and that kind of woke me up. Wow, we can hit the ball with anyone, against anyone. And then we went to Georgia Tech tournament. And we went 5-0, beat Georgia Tech twice, Kennesaw twice, just getting some of those Power 4 wins against some good teams. That I thought, wow, it was Nick, it was Abby, it was we had just a full team effort, and that's when I really became confident. This team can go far.
Ever since the fall, I knew we had good offense, and I knew we had a pretty young pitching staff, with me being the only one that had a decent amount of innings. And I know our offense can hit it because even Keirstin hits a home run off me every other at bat when we're in the fall. But in our preseason meeting, I actually came into the office. Coach Ream wasn't there; the other coaches were, and I told them that I was going to be good enough to be pitcher of the year this year. And that was my goal. Every game I was like, just work ahead and do what you can do. And I knew the offense would come, and then we're beating teams like Kentucky, and then South Carolina was a huge win. But yeah, I knew from even before we started the season that we were capable of big things.
Last question.
I was going to attest to that. She's been telling me that she's going to be pitcher of the year. She's been speaking it out into existence, so I'm glad it happened.
My last question. Tomorrow, Selection Sunday, you guys are going to find out where you're going to play in the NCAA tournament. What are the plans?
So I don't know. I know we're doing. Obviously we're doing something. I don't know. I don't know if it'll be on campus or somewhere else. But whatever it is, we'll have some good food and some good celebration, and can't wait.
And then taking this team to the NCAA tournament, a moment for you as a coach. How rewarding is that?
Oh, I can't say enough about it. It's special. We're going to remember this. These are going to be memories that these guys remember forever, and certainly myself. When you win like this at this level, it bonds the group. I told you guys that, a couple months ago, the experience, and we're going to remember this forever, and remain close forever because of it. So, like any championship team I've ever been involved with, I'm still very close with many of those players to this day because of those moments that you share. So I'm excited to do it with this group. I've said many times, but these are just really good human beings that I get the opportunity to coach, and it's one of my most rewarding seasons because of the people that I get to coach. That I get to coach every day. So and then same with my staff. They're all alums here, and that's I'm so happy for them that that they got to do this. So they've worked extremely hard, and it's awesome. So.